All you bitches broke me to the core. Even my best friend don't check up on me, but lying telling me that she loved me. I wrote this in a pool full of pain. I wrote this while walking through the rain. Yeah, hey, I wrote this while walking through the rain. I wrote this while walking through the rain. Hey, heart throbbing. I feel like pain is a life sentence. Gotta get up and keep going. Gotta get up and keep going. Yeah, I'm like, don't you get too close to me. I'm like, don't you get too.
What is up, everybody? It is Detective Vile. As always, I'm not here. Actually, not as always. I always say that. I'm like, as always with Marmar7, but that's on hiatus. I have no idea what's going on. I hang out with him yesterday, but I think we're gonna discuss that he's gonna do something else with his content.
No problem.
And I have here is the greatest gamer. He's not a stranger though, obviously. You know, he been out here on my channel before. We played video games together. We played zombies together. Yeah.
Oh, I put so much stuff I can barely remember how the crap I do.
Oh, we did that one game. I forgot the name of it. It starts with a V. It's one of those like player thingy. And we're recording live from Discord City, as you could see. Actually, no, I didn't even like that name. I was trying to think of a clever one. I just said Discord because of the little symbol right there.
You know, I like that my cabinet thing is also. Like, you see that?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Was that a door? But it was a cabinet. That's not green screen though, guys. Don't think it's green screen. It's legit. It's just he got a cabinet behind his window, next to the window. I mean.
No, not switch. I'm in a different room, so this is the window's in front of me now.
No. Hey, shh. This is a real scenery. That'd be funny as hell. But yeah. We got a lot of cool things here. Oh, my flashlight died, so now it's dark.
Oh wow.
Not my flashlight, but you know, like that production. Oh no,
shit.
okay. It's back on. It's probably gonna die again though. It's only one battery. I'll turn it off for now. You guys are gonna have to deal with the dark. So we got some highlights. This is the week. What's the date?
No, but also I'm on I was signing into my Xbox and the Switch, and I gotta say, yeah, like my Xbox is all the way at the bottom. I should have put it I moved it more forward so the top vent can actually have air. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna let it get air, but for some reason the gems are cheaper on the Switch than they are on PlayStation. I think I'm gonna start buying shit on the Switch if it's cross save. This is like $15 on PlayStation, but it's $12 on Switch. Well, that's interesting. I just found this out. I'm gonna check the Xbox now. Yeah,
Wait, how's your organized? You got the. You used to have the Xbox in the bottom.
Yeah, like oh god. See,
No, you gotta turn out that background.
Yeah. So this is what I'm currently rocking. So.
Or you just. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I had it a bit in there. I was like, oh, I'll be fine. But then I was earlier getting the Switch, and I was like, yo, it feels hot, and I thought it was the PS5. Wait, the PS5 wasn't on. It's this. And I was like, oh, so yeah, I should probably set it more in the front right so it could breathe better. So
Yeah, that circle, that black part. Yeah.
Going like a motherfucker.
Okay, that's fire. Sometimes you gotta let things breathe. They always recommend that. So we're rolling with the same haircut too. It's crazy. I don't know how that happened. And my flashlight. I keep calling it a flashlight. I'm gonna turn it on one more time. Okay, one more time, quick. Shout out to Steph the Straw Bunny. She got me the Squid Game shirt. Pretty sure it says Squid Games in Korean in the bottom, but yeah, I wanted to give that a quick shout out because I told her I was gonna put in a video eventually. And today we're gonna be talking about Microsoft and whatever stuff pops out. Yu-Gi-Oh! Because greatest gamer. It's all about that Yu-Gi-Oh!
This shit's popping, bro. Like, that shit's. Like, everyone's on that shit.
Yeah, everybody keeps talking about it. I just can't get into it because I have too much of a backlog and our games isn't really shit. I wish I do have time to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Though, you know, if I was like a full-time time player. No, not full time player. I was like a full time, like just in the gaming industry and had like spare time. And I'm like, because then when you do this type of stuff, you know, you don't usually drive out to an office. And you can just pull out on the phone. You're driving to work time to be video time. That's the way how I see it. I just want to talk about the Rockstar and the hashtags going on with the. I forgot to add those images. Damn, it's all good though. There's some people that's writing about how GTA Online is not getting enough attention, but I'm about to pull up these stats real quick.
Wait, which GTA Online though? 4, 5? Well, I don't know if they shut that.
Well, just 5. I think 4 might still be running. I'm not too sure.
Right.
But everybody's on that 5. We have 116 players. That was like recorded earlier today, this morning.
Wait. So, what do you mean by that they weren't paying attention? Like clarify for me.
Because they keep making updates for GTA Online. Like the recent one was Dr. Dre.
Okay.
And then Red Dead Online, they're not getting no updates whatsoever.
Okay. See, okay. You're talking about how Red Dead's not getting attention.
Yeah.
I mean, for me personally, I mean, okay, obviously, like when you're like the whole thing is, I guess, see what people say, right? Because your game comes out, Red Dead's more new, right? Like on paper, it all makes sense, right? Red Dead's more new.
Yeah.
They have all these BS currency. Like I heard that apparently the currency is more BS for Red Dead than it is for GTA with the gold bars. And here's the thing about Red Dead, like from what I like. Okay, again, I'm getting into a little track. The ADD's kicking in, but like, yeah, okay. Your game's. How are you supporting this game? Like, how can you not support Red Dead? Right? That's what all the fans are saying. And of course, there's plenty. They don't even have that much, right? Like, they don't even have advanced from what I know, right? And that's so I can see, okay, why they pay attention. But at the end of the day, for me, what it is like, honestly, who kind of gives a shit? Like, that's where I'm at. Like, personally, I could give 2 shits less, but on paper, I can see why there's a complaint. But on top of that, this is where it really matters: is how many people really use Red Dead Online? From last time I heard, it was super niche. Like, maybe early on, here's the thing when people say, "Oh, PS3 360 was pretty active." Even then, it was semi-active. Red Dead came out kind of early-ish. GTA 4 didn't really pop off like it did. Like, you weren't competing with your own thing. That's the first thing. Second, you have to compete with other things. And more importantly, are people actually using it? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, what's the point of adding all this crap when your shit's a niche? And now think about it in this day where people rather play GTA 5. No one really plays Red Dead. Like, a lot of people, yeah, Red Dead this and that, but a lot of people drop the fuck out of it because of how boring it was. So, first of all, your people are dropping this shit. Because people come for for single player first, everything else.
Okay, so I'm glad you mentioned about them dropping, right?
Mm-hmm.
They do have a lot of reds of the daily logins,
Mm-hmm.
but I think there's like that 5K people that still plays it, and that 5K people is pretty strong on the on the page, you know. Basically, the diehard Red Dead fans,
Right.
which
Like,
is quite interesting because I'm curious with these fans out there, right? Did they play the first one? Because the first one is nothing like this one, and the first one was more fun, and it was because they weren't so money hungry about, you know.
wait. So, because you know, there's actually technically like Red Dead Revolver, then Red Dead Redemption. So technically, it's the third in the series. Did you know that? So just to clarify, if we're talking about the same
Yes,
thing.
I do know that, but no one never
Clarify.
mentions Red Dead Revolver because that doesn't have online.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. But yeah. No. From what dude, all the people that I know, like I know one dude who's all about the whole Western thing. So basically, what I've seen, the main people who are on it are like who all love the Western, right? Like I knew a guy, like that's how he met his friend, Mr. Friends. I'm good with friends, but he met him through Red Dead Online, and yeah, they're super dedicated. Like they're all about the yeehaw and the cowboys, right? And my friend made a good point. Like he made a good point. Like the kind of people you see that's super dedicated will generally be they either fall in love with the game or they're a fan of this. Like for me, it's Neo, right? Like I love the difficulty, how it's good of a game it is overall, and I'm a huge weeb. I love samurai shit. And yeah, so I guess when you think about it, like people you tend to see who stick to your dragons, your samurai, or your westerns, like are a really general big fan of that. And let's be honest, no one's really into westerns these days except like people that are older than me. You know, kids around, younger Zoomers, they don't give a fuck. They're all about that Fort Dick dance. Oh, it's Ryu from Fortnite. You know?
Yeah.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
When you think about it, it makes more sense why Red Dead's numbers are actually they're not bad. But when you notice every game, it doesn't matter. People say, "Oh, they're bigger than last." Like, yeah, because more people keep being born. You do realize that, right? Your numbers should be bigger. Games that have like like, oh my god, they sold just as much as they like. When you think about it, yeah, they're doing good, but it's like in the scheme of other games, it's like not really. You should be growing. And Red Dead doesn't seem like the kind of game that these young motherfuckers be, especially when you made the intro 10 hours long and more boring than the OG one. Where, dude, I don't even want to play it. I'd rather play the first one. I'm like, dude, this like I like the realism, the movie, but it's like I want to play a game at the end of the day, bro. I'm not trying to watch a movie. I'm here to play a game.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I feel like at this point, Rockstar should give them like faster horses so they don't have to drag so much time in the game, and give them able to get their private servers. You know, like you remember back in Red Dead Online 1 where you were able to go to like a server where no one doesn't shoot each other, so like a PvP or a
Mm.
PvE. They deserve a PvE at least, man. If you're
Yeah,
not gonna
every
give them
game
the
should have that.
attention.
Every game should have that. Some of us don't feel like they should, and that's the main thing that's really annoying about GTA Online.
Yeah,
But then again,
yeah.
I haven't played so much. I don't. I'm not an expert, nor will I ever claim to be. 'Cause who cares?
I messaged them too. I was really trying to push that out there for GTA Online for some of the missions to be available in private matches. But they just hit me to the straight to. You should just post this on the feedback board, which I know damn well that they don't read that because I know a lot of people want that quality. You know.
Mm. But yeah, I mean, oh, that's interesting. So people have been bitching about that.
Yeah,
I haven't heard anything. I guess it must be like a small kind of like. I'm pretty sure it's very active and loud, but it's a very small corner kind of thing.
for
Like maybe
sure.
because everybody else is bitching about something else getting louder.
Like the Microsoft buying Activision Blizz, people think no one's gonna get the Call of Duties.
The semi-right assumption, like, dude, this is how when I first heard that, I thought it was BS. It's like, oh man, no, wait, they actually bought them out. Because here's the thing, it's the same thing with Bethesda, right? Like, here's the thing, like with Bethesda, we're like, oh, it's not gonna happen, but no, they're only making one. As far like, this is the thing people gotta realize, they're definitely gonna have an exclusive for sure from one of the IPs. Who knows what it could be? And Skyrim is kind of like I said, we gotta look for okay. So we know Bethesda. Most of the games that will come out will be for sure, but here's the thing that they didn't elusive with Skyrim because we don't have a proof of concept yet. That yeah, Elder Scrolls whatever is going to be exclusive for Xbox. But here's the thing: is it going to be in a time exclusive? That's the first question. We don't know. Exclusive can either mean that, or is more than likely, I already know it's going to be exclusive to PC and Xbox. But for how long, and is it going to be forever? Right. So that's the first. And then when you look at it, like Skyrim is pretty big, but it's like it's kind of I think about it, out of everything that they have, that's probably the better one we could take an L on. Like, I'd hate if I couldn't play Doom on the PlayStation. And I know a lot of people really like whatever other Bethesda IPs exist, right? And maybe the spin-offs. Because look at Capcom. Capcom's like this, right? Like, Dead Rising 3 is exclusive on there for no fucking reason. But every other Dead Rising you can play. Or sometimes it'll be like oh, Capcom again. These main series, oh, you can play PlayStation, Xbox. Oh, there's spin-offs like Phoenix Wright or the other spin-offs of Resident Evil. Oh, you can play on the fucking Switch. I could see them pulling a Capcom. That's basically what I'm saying. Like,
Hey.
who knows? Who knows? And here's the thing. Here's the biggest reason why I know COD. It would, because Titanfall said this before, right? Like, Call of Duty makes a lot of sense of being exclusive on Microsoft because Microsoft is kind of like the console for FPS. Like, just the people on Xbox don't play anything but FPSs. But here's the other second thing, right? Is that they would lose actually a lot of fucking money. Like, COD sells up fuck ton on PlayStation. Like Skyrim was like whatever. Like maybe you at worst you lose, let's say I might be stretching it maybe like 33% or a third of your profits, right? Which is still a big chunk. But the majority of Skyrim players are on PC. So that's like 50%, like you're still getting your 50%, so you get like 75% if you just cut off PlayStation. Still kind of a big margin, but Microsoft's willing to lose that kind of profit margin, because they make a fuck ton of money. Forget that.
It's actually
But COD, it wouldn't. They'd actually lose a fuck ton of money, and they would get a lot of shit. And Microsoft doesn't want to get again because it's as long as the PC players are happy, Skyrim whatever. You gotta know what your main market is. Because Titanfall even said if we didn't make our exclusive, because they saw how I fucked them over Titanfall 2, right? A lot of people thought it was still an exclusive, and even when think about this, so many people didn't get Titanfall 2 who didn't know it was on PlayStation. They still made more money because it was on PlayStation. And that's something you still got to consider. But Microsoft does care about the image more than anything. Every company does. They are willing to make, because they know in the long run, as long as they look good, they won't get fucked. Losing money now is not as bad as losing money in the future. So
and
I'd say purely because of the press, not even so much the numbers. they're gonna make sure that COD's gonna be a series that's gonna be multiplayer. That's what I'm saying. Like maybe Crash Bandicoot, I could definitely see being moved over to Xbox because like it. I mean, again, I'm a PlayStation, right? I can
Yeah.
see most people not giving a fuck. They'll give it something that's like, whatever. There you go.
Because we're not like these triggered PlayStation and only I'm only get Sony everything type of
Right.
gamers, you know?
But here's the thing, again, Crash Bandicoot is an example. Maybe Microsoft could see that because of the value it's seen as an Xbox, PlayStation IP. Because the thing we're looking at a modern, right? Like it depends how Xbox looks at it. They're looking at it as an old school gamer or as a modern gamer. A modern gamer does not give a single fuck about Crash because as far as they know, it's never been exclusive to PlayStation. You know, they came into the PS3 era. Crash was no longer an exclusive to Sony. But if you're an old school, like they would be extra, like not even like a fanboy. They just be like, "Yo, what the fuck? Like, how come? Like, how does something that's on PlayStation go to exclusive Xbox?" Like to them, it's just like they feel hurt. Like I get that 100 because it's like they grew up with it and they want to be able to play it on their system. Like because that's the thing, right? That like I'm not for console exclusivity. Like I'm not for console exclusivity or fanboyism. Like fanboyism is just stupid. Exclusivity, it's like unless you yourself make it, like what happened with Halo, or you're an in-house party, like how Sony and Switch have it. Sure, I know, but like something that is made by a third-party company should not be exclusive. Like that's just dumb. Like you're really just hurt. Like, cause at the end of the day, people don't have that kind of money to buy this shit. Like, and this is the thing. Like, I don't try to make things political, but at the end of the day, it's like if you want to avoid people doing that, then don't fuck them over. Like that's why we play games. No one wants to think about this shit. No one wants to think about the politics of why I'm so poor in the first place. Why I can't have a PS5 or a Series and a Switch. You know, like fuck no. That's why like again, people, and this is why I was so against like a Switch as a regular consumer. Like as a system, it's actually not bad. I'll give Sony what it or Nintendo proper they did. It's actually a very well thought out machine. But for our time and era and for the price, it's not worth it. There's literally actually nothing to play on that fucking thing. Like if you buy a Switch, it's because you have kids and you want to play Breath of the Wild and you don't give a shit about God of War, Gears of War. That's
Yeah,
why you buy
I
it.
was listening to a little bit of the Chumpcast this morning when they went live. I think like 11:15 or whatever, and they started talking about how they think one of them, I think it was Smithers, he thinks that Microsoft is gonna buy out Sony companies. They might even buy Sony, but I'm like, I don't think so because due to the fact that me and you both know that PlayStation is popping in Japan. You know, they got their own PlayStation store with their own games that we don't have access to because obviously we don't really. Well, I can't read the Japanese thing. I think you can a little bit, but
Tough. Well,
um,
okay, because again, here's the thing we really gotta realize, just like the whole Microsoft thing, because you saw how much they bought them out for, 17, like what, $17 billion, right?
69 billion.
And here's the thing, people don't realize how fucking like again, let's look at a good classic example: Disney buying out Marvel and Star Wars. Like you, well, a lot of these IPs, all we're thinking they're on evil. Again, a good example is like PlayStation and Microsoft, or Xbox. You know, people don't look at the bigger thing is when you look at things solo, you think, oh man, you know, you can look at it from a normal perspective. Oh, Nintendo, Sony, like Nintendo, PlayStation, Microsoft, and the thing is, you're already using it wrong. There's the whole company of Nintendo. There's when you look at them, like, and see, people are, this is the average person. They'll think, oh, Nintendo Switch is the same thing, same Sony PlayStation, Microsoft Xbox, oh, Disney. It's like, no, there's talking about a part. Like, Xbox is a division of Microsoft.
Yeah.
PlayStation is a division of Sony. Switch is a division of Nintendo. As a whole, these companies do more than one thing. Same with Disney. They do more. They have their amusement park, their films. Like you if you look at them solo, everything's so different, right?
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. It's not like how it's they're still making income from other products, obviously.
Exactly. That's what
And
makes
that's what
numbers.
people are tripped about with Twitch too. People think Twitch is they don't
Twitch,
make.
Twitch is owned by Amazon.
Yeah, exactly. And people think that Amazon is not paying for Twitch. Like what? Like they think Twitch is broke. Like Twitch doesn't make any income, and I'm thinking like, nah, dude, they got Amazon on their back. They're not gonna go anywhere.
Right. Same with YouTube. Like YouTube is definitely making a profit, but not as much as people think. If they're getting the money from Google, and Google got bought out way back, people don't know by someone else. I forgot what their company, and they're a huge tech conglomerate. And that's see, so that's what we're getting at, right? Like if we're talking about consoles, PlayStation makes 3 to 10 times more than their competition. Like just straight the fuck up. There is no bullshit, nothing. Like Like, and here's the thing: someone said it best, right? When they were talking about like why Microsoft was like, wait a second, if Xbox doesn't do as good as even Nintendo, say in Japan, right? As you mentioned, how the fuck did they buy out, Activision? And not on top. And the thing is, Activision is worth more than like, well, probably not now, like, because Disney bought out Marvel and Star Wars for like what a combined of $8 billion, and somehow Activision's worth more than. No, it is. Activision is worth more than that because gaming makes more money as a whole than movies and shit does. That's just straight the fuck up. Because again, think about it: $60, boom, here. Oh, DLC, bro. You basically just sold some comics, a ticket to 2 Marvel movies, and maybe like some Star Wars merch. All of that in one go. Gaming is a juggernaut in money, like straight up. Manga, movies, none of that shit compares. Because well, look, literally, you could make a meme like, oh, pay $20 to $30 for a comic or a movie. No, pay $60 for a full game. Yes.
That's so much facts.
At the same time, video games, no offense to those things, have inherently more value. Like, once you're done with a movie or a thing, you could just resell it and move on. A game, you could just play infinitely forever.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? But that's a whole nother conversation.
Oh, for sure.
And that's the thing. When you see that's when you realize how much money. Disney? Loaded. Microsoft? Loaded. Microsoft has, like, at one point had a 99 to 99, or 90 to 99% share of iOS's back in the day. Like, Microsoft almost has a monopoly because Apple's incompetent shit. The only people that own Apple devices are fucking hipsters and people that can, like, if you're a real computer person, you're not going to know Apple. You're using a fucking Microsoft, especially for gaming. So they have a huge monopoly in the PC gaming space. That's where they get most of their money. Like,
oh yeah, yeah.
When they made Xbox, it's like, here's a couple $500 million to whatever the fuck you want. We don't give a shit, right?
Yeah.
Even why I'm not a fan of how they charge for Xbox Live when they don't need to. Sony only did it because they saw they could get away with it. But anyways, so the people were saying, "Oh, how Sony's gonna buy?" They can't. Like, Sony, because everybody knows. Oh, they make cameras, radios. They're not as good as they're not as relevant. When you think about it, when you go to TV stores and everything, what do you see? LG, Samsung. You don't see. Sony does make good quality products, but they're so out of date. The modern American cares about like sales and this. Sony doesn't give a shit about any of that. Because they know this. It's almost like Apple stuff. Like, dude, they know their shit's gonna sell purely out of name brand alone. And to be honest, it is good. Like, you'll get good shit. But my problem is, like, for the price, it's like it's kind of marked up, and your competition's just doing too good. So they don't make their money like they used to in other electronics outside of their PlayStation. Like, they need PlayStation to do good. Microsoft does not. Like again, think about it. Xbox, let's say if Xbox did bad since the OG to now, like it still wouldn't do shit to Microsoft. They don't give a fuck. Literally, them losing money on Xbox doesn't mean shit. That's how much money Microsoft made. Sony, like, the only other division, people don't know this, like, so the other ones, they're kind of breaking even, right? So they have to rely on PlayStation. The only other one that they do make money in is in their baking, because people who don't know, Sony does have a huge market share in baking in Japan. Like they're fucking huge. They're like the Chase of Japan.
Oh, really? I didn't even notice. I didn't even know that.
Right. And people don't know, like, when you're a company, think about it. If you're making so much money, what's stopping you? Fuck it, I'll put a couple dollars in gaming. And then if it hits, it hits, it doesn't. People do this all the time. Nintendo originally didn't make video games. They used to make, like, little card things way back in Japan. And Nintendo, still, to this day, still makes those little card thingy-jiggies. That's what they did. They just randomly, like, hey, let's make some game division.
And now they just opened up a amusement park, so... That's gonna... Yo, Nintendo's gonna be like Disney, in a way.
And the same kind of goes for Nintendo. Why some of their practices are bullshit. Some of them, it's like, it makes sense. Why they're so defensive. They actually super rely on their gaming division to do good. Like, there's no cap about that. They really do rely, but they still branch out. It's not their main source of revenue. And the thing about the Nintendo, I'll give them credit. I think they do a better job than, say, Sony or even Microsoft. Like, and Google especially. Like, Google, they always fuck with something and then they drop it later on with the whole glass thing. No, Nintendo doesn't half-ass it. Like, I respect them. Like, they go into something and they put in their full effort. Like, they never half-ass it.
Wait, which glasses thing? Are you talking about the,
Google Glass, whatever shit?
The one with the, like, electronic stuff on the lens, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same with their Stadia. They dropped that shit.
You know, we were hoping when the Stadia came out, I was hoping it was gonna drop, but then I did not know Amazon was gonna pull up with the Luna, so now I'm sort of going back with the Stadia, which I believe I did discuss last time.
My whole thing with, like, this is what I was thinking, like, if you want to pull up in the console war in this generation, bro, like, it's way tougher than in the 90s, right? Because the consoles haven't been long enough out to have not fanboyism, but, like, loyalty. To me, if you want to sell something, like, first of all, you better do it either really close to the end of a generation or somewhere, but you better one not only be as cheap, if not cheaper than your competition, and be as strong, if not stronger. One thing that I saw came out late that had good potential was the Ouya. People don't know that the Ouya was basically like an Android device as a home console, and it let you play free demos of literally everything, and it had a handful of actual games on it too. And it was for $100. I was like, dude, this thing could have competed well. Like it was basically, I say, on par with the Wii. But it came near the end of the PS3's life cycle, so it's like, dude, that was a terrible time to release it. For me, if you want to release something, get something like that, like the Ouya, just without shitty iPhone, or if you want with shitty iPhone games, with PC, and if whatever's possible, as much backwards compatibility with other consoles. That's the only way you'll do good because people really care about backwards compatibility.
That would be so weird. It meant like a new company coming in with a new console that's trying to do with this console war.
Because so again, so think about it. You'd have to come in, have backwards compatibility with as much shit as possible, and be right before the new systems come out, so developers can make the new games for your system as well. That's the only way someone can actually step into the market, straight up. Coming in with just we can play the new shit, like, but I already own my Xbox. I can play my old Xbox games and play the new shit. So why the fuck would I spend all this extra money on some
Oh,
shit?
now you got me thinking. I don't know if that would maybe Netflix could pull that off because they said they were thinking about being in the gaming space.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. Nintendo, no, Microsoft, no, all three of them, Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony, got lucky basically doing it because what they did was no different than because Apple tried, they failed. Like unless I see a really super competent company. I mean, dude, Google. If Google failed, I have no hopes for. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's little to no hope for any other company unless you really like. Again, say you hire someone literally like me that knows what the fuck he's doing, and you're willing to. Then that's the only way you'll succeed. I'm telling you right the fuck now. And I don't mean this is a cocky thing. Like, dude, I practically have a PhD in this shit. And the reality is, there's no college for how to be a physicist in gaming. Bro, I should be giving classes, and I'll tell you what I said is true. And on top of that, but it'll be too expensive, right? Have it where again, make this system right. And then to make it backwards compatible, because believe it or not, emulation is not illegal, so that's not the problem. People will have a copy of, say, you have your copy of Halo, Legend of Zelda, fucking some Japanese weeb shit on the PlayStation, and then you want to play City Skylines on PC. This system, it has, you can have a virtual machine run Microsoft or some shit, whatever, not illegal. You can have emulation for Xbox, Switch, and PlayStation. Oh, cool, have a Blu-ray disc, right? Oh, what about the Switch? You can have it as, choose your own kind. What do you want? Do you want a slim with no disc, only digital? Do you want one with the disc? That's how you play your PlayStation, right? Or do you want one? Oh, it has like you can have it as an add-on. You can just here's the Switch cartridge adapter. You know, it would cost a lot, but let's be honest, people who really like Nintendo, they don't give a shit. Let me buy this $50 adapter for my system that I can put on. You know, like almost like a modular console. That's what you'd have to do. That's what I think you do, because then that way people can actually choose what they want to pay for. If they want later down the line, I want to add the hard drive, and then also design it again as someone who understands Japanese. Design it in a way that it isn't super fucking ugly, but it's like and we've done it before. This fucking the second Genesis add-on was ugly as fuck, and for me, it's like it would be as chunky as a PlayStation, but the thing is, as long as it doesn't look ugly, because at the end of the day, it's like. People just, as long as it doesn't look ugly and it does the thing it does, boom, people are good. They're sold, right? And that's it. There you go, bro. I don't know who it is, but you hire me, bro. I got you. See, I mean, that idea there is free. I shouldn't even said have that shit. Tell me that's not even wrong.
No, you're not right. That was pretty OP thinking.
Anyone takes it, I'm coming for your ass, bitch. That's my idea. You better be paying me, motherfucker. That's a good ass idea. Ain't no one think of that shit.
You know what's crazy?
Not,
Is that they need a so I'll search it up because Xbox is doing so successful ever since Phil Spencer joined in as being the CEO of Microsoft Gaming, right? Um, so they search up who's the CEO of Sony, and that's the Jim Ryan dude,
mm-hmm.
which is weird because I heard that he stepped down, but people are still talking about him as if he is still the.
Oh yeah, I have, because people are idiots and can't, they don't actually pay attention to that shit. They just used to what they see.
Yeah, I think someone probably fixed his Wikipedia because they hate him so much, and they're hoping that he steps down. Sadly, I wished he did step down. And that's where you need a good too. You need someone that's open-minded. You know what I mean?
Jim
Like
Ryan's the fat guy, right?
Jim Ryan. Yeah, he's a little bit overweight, dude. He's an English businessman.
See, I mean, I'm not gonna get too out, but my biggest problem why I feel Sony's really fucking because this generation, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not a fanboy, right? I'm more of a PlayStation guy. Xbox is killing it this generation. Halo Infinite, their systems don't look ugly. Great ventilation. Like they're killing it, and their UI doesn't piss me off like 1,000 suns. So I have to give it to Xbox this generation. But
This generation, or you think? Because
no,
right now,
new gen.
new gen.
Yeah, because remember that's the new generation. That's the generation now.
But you don't think things are gonna change? I think things
Yeah,
are gonna change.
they're gonna. It's inevitable.
Cause for me, right? Remember when it was the PS4 came out? What 2013?
Yeah, and it killed the Xbox.
Yeah, it killed Xbox up to the point of 2017. So they had 5 years, and I'm thinking another 5 years, Sony's gonna make a comeback. Like it's guaranteed. I'm not saying I said it's guaranteed. I'm gonna say it's guaranteed. We're gonna look back at this video at the first 23rd. So within 5 years from the 22nd. I mean 2022.
I mean,
So
when I mean they're killing, I mean like they're doing good. Sony isn't doing like it's they're not. They're doing okay-ish. It's just they're doing a lot of fuck ups. So they've been doing it way before because they're getting cocky. Because think about it, you're winning for 5 full years of generation. This happened before with the PS3, and they got really cocky, thinking people were gonna pay $600 for a whole ass console. But most people weren't, and like they're gonna do better. But my thing is, I don't think they'll do astronomically. Right now, it'll be close. Like Xbox is actually making the comeback. That's all it is. Xbox
Yeah.
PlayStation's fucking up, but they're so strong in the lead. It's like, well, we want them to do good. Like they'll do better, right? I mean, we already know games are coming out and shit, but like, it's just my thing is this is the whole point I'm getting back to is that Sony needs to go back to Japan. For people who don't know, Sony moved their headquarters over to California. That's why they have Jim Ryan, some white American. Like, no, go back to having Japanese people in charge. And no, this isn't a
Oh
race
yeah,
thing. They do
damn.
a way better job. Sony was a much better hand. Like, I was not a fan that they cut off their Japanese studio. Like, I'm sorry, I don't give a shit about any of the American games. I really do not give a fuck. They're the most boring, generic shit on earth. Heck, they get memed on it. Oh, third-person adventure game. Third person is like, where's my game where I can use the Vita to go around the like? Anyone know about Gravity Rush? That shit. Like Japanese games are extremely unique. American games are like the same fucking shit. Like I want to fucking commit seppuku playing that shit. Like I was hyped for Horizon Zero. Oh my god, robot dinosaurs. Then I saw open world. Instantly, I just stopped giving a fuck. Instantly stopped giving a fuck.
Really?
Days Gone was the only game that was cool, straight up, because it was. Oh, Tsushima was pretty good too. That every other game, like Tsushima's or Horizon's probably a good game, but like the open world just killed my enthusiasm so fast. Like I'm so sick of that shit. I want to beat games 8 to 6 hours, bro. Like I ain't trying to play more than 12 or 50 hours.
I mean, it's open world, but you don't have to do like every side mission. You could do the main missions, and you could.
I'm a completionist. It's in my brain.
Oh hell no! So that's a personal thing.
Right, but still, like, and even then, dude, it fluffs. It's fluff. Open world games are so much fluff.
Yeah. I guess it depends on the designs, because some people be making you do the side missions to level up your character and all that.
Oh, here's a good example. One game that actually it doesn't matter is like Legend of Zelda. That's a good ass fucking open world game, and you actually can genuinely beat. You can start the game and then go to the final boss right there, like no other game has that kind of flexibility. Straight the fuck up. And on top of it, it's fun. Here's the thing that matters the most to me. It's like it's fun. I like doing this shit. I play an open. You know your game's shit when it's something that's optional or you're for. And I'm sitting here like, damn, yo, where's a sword so I commit suicide? Like, nah, your game's ass.
Now.
Open world games are shit. They're so fucking boring. Like I said, outside of like Days Gone, I can even say, oh, well, how come Days Gone's different? Because when you go out, you're literally in an apocalypse. You're getting survival. It's immersion. Oh, you're going to do it to no. There's a reason to do it. And on top of that, there's zombies fucking everywhere. Like. It's actually engaging. And then there's random shit like, oh, there's a random horde. Damn, time to dip. You know what? Like, it's actually interesting to travel. It's actually interesting to fucking travel in there. Everything else, it's boring. Or like, even Tsushima suffered from this. Okay, cool. Past the first island, I was already starting like, fuck me. Oh, let's fight. this, that. There's nothing unique or different. It's the same shit, just in a different setting. But no, Days Gone actually takes advantage of their setting. The horde saved that. If it didn't have hordes, that game would be just as boring as anything else. But luckily for you, when you travel, you can't just quick travel because there's zombies. And then when you try, you never know. You literally actually never know what's going to happen, and that's the fun in the game. The hordes are so. Oh shit! I found a random horde. Oh, I'm gonna go do this. You go into a cave, and you're like, oh fuck, you dip, and last minute, like you're the fucking game. Like Days Gone is the only game dead ass that felt it was born to be an open world game. The other one, it's like I miss the days in PS2 where like they would mimic almost like you think they'd be an open world. Like it would do such a good job of trying to convince you, but it's linear as fuck. But now as we have, it's no cap. Open world games are just shitty linear games with too much space and nothing to do. That's
Okay, I see what you're saying now. So like it's like walking on an empty field, and there's like you already see everything ahead versus like some mysteries going on.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Days Gone's gorgeous. That's another thing that saves Days, or not Days Gone. Ghost of Tsushima.
What about Oh yeah, because there's always gonna be enemies, especially when you like 100% the whole map. There's still gonna be people that's still trying to follow that fearless leader. I already forgot what his name was. You think they're gonna make a movie out of that?
Probably.
I definitely want to see that.
But that's my whole thing about that. I don't even know how this whole started on my rant about shitty open. Well, oh yeah, the whole Japanese.
Yeah, the Japanese.
Back is so a lot of Sony's decisions are stupid American decisions. They're not Japanese decisions. Again, Nintendo we can give shit for it does, but at the end of the day, look at it. Legend of Zelda itself sold the Switch. No offense to like God of War. No one's going out and buying a PlayStation for shitty Last of Us and God of War. No, they're buying it for fucking COD, bro. That's an honest truth. Like, most people on the systems outside of Nintendo don't play their own exclusives. They'll play, like, the mainstream shit, but that's not a real exclusive. Like, your shit better be either Halo or Gravity Rush. Then that's an exclusive. Everything else, fuck that shit. It's something you can't get in another system.
Isn't it Gravity Rush is on the PlayStation?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Only on PlayStation.
I thought.
Used to be exclusive.
Are you sure? Hold on. I could have sworn it was on Xbox.
No. But they shut that studio down because they weren't making. See, that's the problem, dude. Like they have like now that they're in America, they're too much on that profit shit. They don't get to like we want games that are unique. I mean, people bitch about it all the time. Anything the indie game space, and they do. Indie games, no cap, actually do things better than AAA. Like they actually do. Like maybe you play like same people I see this sometimes. Oh, I want this in zombies. Dude, you can go find an indie game that has done that for their fucking game. Dude, literally, Killing Floor is like the pinnacle of zombie survival. Like the horde stuff or like zombies. Dude, it's literally like that on steroids. Like it's such a good game. And that's an indie game. It's like the zombies mode we've always wanted. Oh, I can board stuff up. Like it's still better than the zombies modes we have to this day. Think about that. And Killing Floor is like I think what 6 years old now as an indie game. Get fucked, dude.
Oh yeah, you're right.
AAA Western companies will not give you unique ideas. Maybe it will be but they're gonna attach some loot box bullshit on top of that. Look at they had new unique shit all the fucking time. See what sticks, see what doesn't. Maybe bring it back, whatever. It's all over the place, but at least they're doing it. And they don't give a shit. They just actually care about making good games.
Yeah.
Over here, they care. Oh, how can I make money off of this? Like for God of War, they'll probably like same with the Last of Us, right? I mean, Last of Us 2, they're salty, so they're not doing it. Oh, we'll add a multiplayer, but it's gonna be half-assed, and we're gonna add a shit ton of microtransactions.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
like God of War, like a good thing with like if you actually cared. Oh, well, I will say PlayStation does a good job with their exclusives. They're not like Microsoft kind of sucks. Like think about it, none of Sony stuff has like loot boxes or really bad microtransactions, but Microsoft does. Like Gears of War had loot boxes, Infinite has. It's weird. Like it's okay, but and it's not like damn. You know what? Real talk. At least I can give Sony credit. Their monetization on their like when you play a single player, you pay $60, you're getting God of War. That's it. No bullshit, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying
and people know they're not expecting a multiplayer in God of War because it's impossible to make it a multiplayer.
No, there was one for Ascension.
Are you serious? Oh damn! I didn't even know. I don't play God of War, so there you go.
I only played the offline for that, but
I just really assumed that it was strictly single player.
Right, but my thing that I'm getting at is that Sony does a better job than Microsoft, but again, now that we see it, still that American. If they won't fuck up in one thing, they'll fuck up in another. That's just how Western companies are. Again, not saying Japan's immune to it. They do the same stupid shit, right? But I feel at the end of the day, you still get a good ass fucking game, and you know that's what you're going to get. You're not gonna get a risk because, again, Call of Duty, good example. Let's trim the single player, have only multiplayer. Dude, a lot of people buy COD just for the single player. I know that's hard to believe, but there are people who do not give a shit about kill streaks and they just want to play an action movie, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I would do the same too, low key. Like if Vanguard, if it was like I don't know how much I'll pay for a single player though. That's the thing.
Well, you couldn't pay me to play that shit. Dude, COD's so bad. Cold War was the best thing that came out, and the fucked up thing about that game is it's kind of broken as a game. It has so many bugs and issues. But it's the funnest one to play. It's the only one I've actually spent. Dude, I actually put in money for the microtransactions for that shit.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I think I only did that for which Call of Duty. Well, I think I bought one for the Modern Warfare, but I think it transferred to all the other Call of Duties. Those skins.
I will say this: I do like the new. Like, yeah, it's more fucked up, but it's also better if you're not an idiot. Like, oh, cool, I get free DLC if I don't pay anything. I only have to pay money for these dumbass skins.
Well, that's what I did. I bought the optic skins.
Right, and I feel like it's the least fucked up microtransaction if you're not a dumbass. But if you're a dumbass, all you're fucked. Because I know people spend thousands of dollars on fucking, oh, I want to buy this skin, this. I'm like, dude, to me, first of all, the skin thing is kind of stupid. The only reason I bought skins on even Modern Warfare, because I'm a weeb. Oh, I'm gonna have the waifu skin. Battle Pass, I had literally PlayStation gave me like 50 levels up or some shit. So,
Yeah.
fuck it, I'm gonna choose it, right? Let me spend just $5 and get these free points, play, get free, it's nice.
Yeah, yes.
I would never be paying season. Like, I feel like for the average consumer, like, this new system they have is both good and bad. Like, it's super, super bad. Like it's worse for people who can't control themselves. Like, they're just getting, it's making it so those people who throw more money. But for people like me, don't give a shit. Cool, I get free zombies DLC. I don't have to pay. Let's fucking go. No.
But the season passes is it's like Fortnite in a way where you buy them, but it's up to you to constantly make sure because they give you enough points to get the next season pass when the season pass is out.
Shiny stuff to go spend it on.
Yeah, that's the thing too, I guess.
That's the thing. So the problem with these things is they're kind of like gambling, bro. That's what they are, and most people are not very smart with their money and have bad habits. I don't, because I'm not an idiot. So that shit does nothing to me.
Yeah, I don't.
The average person, oh my god, it's a new skin. I'm gonna spend money, even though they don't like, and then they never use that skin ever again.
Like, that's like that Fortnite jank where everybody was on that. It's funny too because I don't know how many times I did, but I got good content out there. I mean, I got videos with those skins. So.
Yeah, the problem people care too much about cosmetics. To me, I don't really give a shit. I have to. I don't know. And on top of that, outside of maybe once or twice, I would never pay $4 for that shit. Like, y'all tripping.
I just think it's. I don't know. I mean, if you didn't pay for the game and that's what you're paying for.
Right. But to me, here's my thing. Even if you're like, this is my philosophy. Even if a game's free to play, no one should be able to spend more than $60 on your free to play game. Like, that's stupid. No. Because with other games, I can pay 60 and I never, like, they keep updating. Oh, what about, like, no, because other ones do that. And then people say, oh, this is, but they're like, no. You know what you did when you invested. It's a gamble. You're investing that people invest this much time into your shit. If not, then you're just a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Why play no MMO? Like, oh, pay. Like, bro, Battlefield to this day still has servers up on the PS3. Shut the fuck up. I ain't even gotta pay shit. I hate that excuse. Unless your shit's dead as fuck, then alright, sure, pay for it. But if your game is like, no, fuck off. No. And I say this is because I could pay for it, sure. But the average person can't. I'm talking about this from a poor man's perspective, bro. Like, do we like? And that's the thing. This is what I don't like about this. They all want you to just play their shit, and I'm not. Anyone knows, like, I don't play just more than one genre. You got me fucked. I'm gonna only play the. That's why, like, I paid for that battle pass maybe 2 times on COD, and that's it. Like, I don't have that kind of time to invest. I already paid for the battle pass for Yu-Gi-Oh, but that's because I'm on that shit every day now. But, like, dude, imagine if you're in Vigor, COD, Yu-Gi-Oh, and, like, dude, there's actually no physical way for you to be able to keep up with all 6 of those fucking games. Fuck no. But that's why I like fighting. Is like, yeah, you see, okay, here's this, whatever, right? But you just play at your pace, whatever, do you, right? That's how I prefer it. Like, there's no stupid little skit like, oh, here you go, here's your characters, whatever, fuck off, right?
Yeah.
Because, dude, most people, like, I don't know, man. And that's to me that's the real problem is it fucks over people like, oh, I want to get this cool skin. Oh, I have to pay 100 hours of this fucking game. Like, and even to the point, like halfway, you're not even having fun anymore. You're just actually fucking bored, but you really want that skin. But yeah, that's all with that.
Okay, guys, we're at 45 minutes. You know, a quick commercial break. Yeah, I'm gonna cue the commercial. If you guys go down into the link description, you get to follow Greatest Gamer. And you could check out my shop. I sell stickers, and it would help me very much, believe it or not. I have like 3 stores down there. And if you go on my Twitter, I do have a Vimo. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like being
Venmo.
generous. And yeah, that is it with the commercial. So to wrap things up, is there anything in the gaming space you wanna announce? Movie trailers, anything?
Not really. I mean, wait. See, I got nothing as far as trailers and shit. Like I said,
I don't either. All I know, did you watch the new Spider-Man movie? I forgot. You like
no,
Spider-Man?
no,
No, you don't like Marvel at all, right?
not Disney Marvel.
No,
That's
oh,
too
not
big.
Disney Marvel.
Bro, there wasn't any. Do you remember what else you wanted to bring up before we forget? Because we already talked about the Red Dead. Is there anything else that you wanted to bring up? Then we went off a bit longer on the other shit.
No, I did Red Dead and what you call it,
Activision.
Activision.
See,
Yeah,
that brought up
Microsoft.
so much because it was the whole console this and that, so that took up a good chunk.
The console wars.
Was it really just those two? That's the main things you were thinking about?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I don't think there's.
Well, I mean, okay, all
I
right.
feel like
I have like 3 more things, but like I said, as far as trailers and stuff,
you said Yu-Gi-Oh. You didn't have anything more
Go.
than that.
Hmm. So for people who don't know, fucking Yu-Gi-Oh and the Rainbow Six Siege extraction dropped literally 2 days ago on the same day, like it just a shadow drop. Like I know it was subtly announced, both, but like it really didn't feel like it was like, oh, here's the day. You know, people like it just came out of fucking nowhere. And I got the funny thing is like I think people don't care that much about extraction. I could be wrong. Everyone's popping off on Yu-Gi-Oh though. Like, dude, I literally actually had a 12-hour stream after coming back from work playing Yu-Gi-Oh. Like that's how hard. And the thing is, it's cross-platform and cross-play and cross-save. It's just, I mean, the thing is, like, if you never really care for card games or Yu-Gi-Oh, then it's whatever. But everybody else has been on that shit, and it's free to play. I gotta forget, Yu-Gi-Oh is free to play, and Siege is free to play if you're on Xbox. I have both. But yeah, that's as far as new shit. You can check out the trailers for those and check out. So it's a
Oh
pretty
wait,
good.
should we do a gameplay on Siege?
I already got some points. I mean, I wouldn't mind. It's kind of boring by yourself. I'm not gonna lie. So it's like, yeah, I'll play with people. I thought I was like, oh, I'll play with Vile.
Alright, I'll download it. Uh, I'll download it right
Well, I
after
have to Game
this.
Pass, by the way. I have to remember, you have to have a Game Pass.
Of course, I got Game Pass. You know how
Right,
I
right, right.
am.
But the people who don't know.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh,
Other
and as far
people.
as for fighting game stuff, the new stuff. So we got new DLC coming out. You got Biken coming out. But there's like the other thing is there's too many fighting games coming out. Like we have BB. So those who don't know, Blaze Blue got rollback on PC. It's coming to I don't know if it's coming to console. BB Tag's getting rollback. So it's they're old games where it counts as new stuff. Like you know how it is when every time there's an update, it's almost like a new game. So we have those two getting their rollback. There's some anime fighting game, KOF, and DNF Duel. 3 different fighting games that are coming out this year. I feel like you don't want to compete too much, and especially when it's a niche like a fighting game, it's like, dude, someone's getting fucked over. There's too many. First of all, I don't give a shit about KOF. Even though I'm Mexican, I know people are gonna give me shit about that. Oh, Mexicans love KOF. That other anime game, that game's fucked. It has no rollback, and no one even knows what it is. DNF Duel killed it in the beta, so that shit's popping off. Like those who don't, there might be another beta. Feel free to check that shit out. Just type in DNF Duel, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But that game popped off, and then had its trailers. It's getting slow trailers getting announced. Like, yeah, I guess that counts for trailers, right? But that's the only things I know right now that I can think of that's new. Just like 3 fighting games coming out, 2 games getting rollback. We got Siege and Yu-Gi-Oh that just shadow dropped out of nowhere. So that's the new shit that I can think of. I can't think of anything else that's very relevant to right now. Because I could be wrong, but right now those things are occupying my space. Siege, Yu-Gi-Oh fighting games. There might be other stuff coming out, but they're getting too cock blocked by this shit. Granted, Battlefield already came out, and that shit's not doing as good, but it's doing better than fucking Call of Duty Vanguard. And if Halo Infinite is killing so much, we don't even need to talk about
You
it.
said it like there's one YouTube I know right now when you said that. Oh
I
wait,
like that though. It's
you
fun.
know what sucks about Vanguard is like I know there's one chick she was so excited to she was so excited to work on the game and then she thought there was gonna be a huge hype about it, but I feel like it was the worst timing in the world.
I'm gonna be honest. Anyone who still gets hyped for COD these days is like, bro, you need to find something else to play, man. People just be getting disappointed. Like I see people all the time. Y'all mother like, bro. So many people hated Cold War for like the wrong reasons. Modern Warfare. Everyone was hyped for Modern Warfare. Then after playing for a while, they're like, yo, this game is kind of shit. Like the camping problem was so bad in Modern Warfare. But yeah, that's as far as new shit. That's all I got. Don't want to get too much on COD. We already talked about that shit enough.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna do a quick thing here. Let me see if I could add to it. If not, it is a-okay. I cannot add to it, so I'll just say it right now. What's new to the Game Pass for the PC? Because I have it right here. Oh, did this show? I think it's showing. It is showing. All right, so we got Paparazzi. I don't know. I feel like you just take pictures of dogs. Sounds like a boring game. Unless you like puppies, and maybe you have like a 5-year-old that might enjoy the
It's like
game.
a fun little side game, sure, but I get you. For us grown ass motherfuckers, it's like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
boring.
We got Windjammer 2. I don't know. Let's see. Does it do a quick trailer? No, it does not. We have the Hitman trilogy. I'm surprised that's in here.
Oh shit, all three? Damn, lucky bastards.
Makes me wish I didn't bought the game. We got Death's Story. I bought the game on PS4 for in case anyone was wondering. Um, Death's Story I heard was pretty good. I keep hearing stuff about. I'm trying to figure out what genre that is, but it's not popping up anymore.
Siege is not on Game Pass for PC for some reason. I was very upset by that.
Maybe because it costs so much money. I'm convinced that they had to pay a certain amount for like I feel like okay, I'm just gonna throw a number out there. Like let's say they pay people, I don't know, 500K, right? 500K salary, or not salary, just generally, whatever the contract is. Let's say it's just a generous thing. They're like, oh, 500K we could keep there for like I don't know, 8 months or whatever. Um, they're probably that 500 is probably for like just the console itself, and then they probably like, oh, you want it to be on PC too? Let's add an extra, I don't know, 300K. So that's actually a lot of money now. I think about it. I wonder how much are these deals going on for these. I don't think it's public.
Just because I think Siege's audience is bigger on PC, but then again, it's bigger on I don't know. Siege is a weird thing. Like it's big on all three systems, but I guess they said PC fuckers can pay for it.
Well, that and they still want to sell their consoles.
Right, exactly. That's something I was thinking too. I was like, they really got it. And then I don't know. Game Pass always gets a better deal on Xbox than on PC.
I was thinking about playing. Oh, you're right about that. I didn't even think about that. The Pedestrian. I remember seeing a trailer on that on I forgot what gaming event.
Then everyone has their own thing. So like when even I brought up say one or two, like people are, oh yeah, that. It's like because at the end of the day, we only have a capacity to remember so much shit, and we're only gonna focus on the shit that's like lit, the turn in our brains, right? Maybe there might maybe someone be like again how what's that one game, No Man's Sky? I gave two shits about that. That shit dropped, and I only heard about it because people kept shitting on it. I forget that shit. Everyone, oh no, Man's Sky, But meanwhile, I'm out here like, yo, fucking Gil's coming out for Street Fighter, let's go. Everyone has their own different priorities, all right? Mine's are obviously better, but still, so if you forgot your specific game, either one, it's ass, or two, I genuinely forgot. So there we go. Yes, and I'm not gonna apologize.
Oh damn, son.
Shitty opinions like, oh yeah, who cares about a Street Fighter update? Says the guy who only plays COD. So people like, if you like your niche game, you guys are cool. It's the weirdos who think their super AAA game is the only game that exists. No, fuck those guys.
He said it on the record, guys. I didn't say anything. I like all consoles, all gamers, all type of platforms.
I mean, I do too, but I'm gonna hate the guys who want to think the world revolves around their system and their only game. It's like, shut up. Like, this is why it's hard to remember anything. Oh, how do you forget about the new? Because nobody cares, dude. There's like 20 things coming. Fuck off.
I should just end it right there. That would be funny as hell. If you would be like, yo, Oh man, that's wild. All right, so we're probably gonna make this a Sunday thing. I don't know, guys. Now I realize, like, I don't even know. I didn't came in here with a lot of topics. I don't know how I did it back in the day. I think it's always the co-host that does all the stuff.
I mean, it's because sometimes, dude, a single topic can go on for almost an hour, really. If anything, I try to make sure that when I pick topics, is like you get your big one, your semi-big one, and then a bunch of little ones. You know.
Yeah. It's like you guys are watching. I'll see the titles. I already know what my title is, and then just like that sprinkles of the add-ons.
With the whole Yu-Gi-Oh thing, like, oh, it's a big enough, but it's like a second one. It's like it's very easy to cook, or like you don't. It's popping off. That's it. Move on, right? Like boom. See, I already moved on. It was one thing. But yeah, no, seriously, everyone play Yu-Gi-Oh. It's just fun.
Yes. I don't know if they're still in the duo chat. I might hop in there. I don't know. We'll see.
I do want to announce this real quick. Is that I checked it, and yeah, on PlayStation, they charge you $2 extra for the DLC. It's $12 on Xbox and on Switch. I'm like, yo, I'm so happy this game is cross-save, dude. Holy fuck!
Cross-saved?
Yeah. Like so, because right now I have like, look, I can even show, I guess, on screen real quick. Let me show you guys, because I'm on Xbox right now, but I did all this gameplay on PlayStation, and I was gonna go get some PSN. I already had money on PSN, so I was like, fuck it, right? But now I know, yeah, don't do that again, right? So there's little mistakes. I'll tell you guys this much. I mean, there's guides all the time, but just don't spend money, play games, don't spend your gems yet. That's the first thing. Until you get like 10,000, and I mean like 1,000, like a fuck ton. Let's say 99999 like gems, right?
Hey.
I'm telling you right now, because a lot of people have been fucking up, and luckily for me, I've been on point as fuck. Well, let me find this real quick so you guys can see this. Let me show you. Is it? Oh, can I? I can't show you my screen. Oh, there it is. Game capture. Can you see it?
Oh shoot, you sharing it on the Steam? I mean Discord.
Oh, I gotta get rid of that thing. Fuck. Okay.
Hold on. We might have to edit something out because I didn't. Okay, never mind. I see it. Okay, I see what you have.
So, okay. So hopefully it's big. I don't know if you want to make it bigger or not, but anyways, what was I getting at? See, here's the shop. Here's the shop right now, just to show you're not bullshitting you guys.
Yeah, I got you.
That is $12 for Xbox. I'm on Xbox. It's same for Switch. I saw this at like $30-something on PlayStation. So
is this on mobile too?
It's gonna come out on mobile.
Oh, okay.
So for anybody, for anything, not just Yu-Gi-Oh, check if it has cross save, and then see which platform it's cheaper on. Either if you don't have a PC, if it's cheaper on PC, go check on PC, and then see. You know, I'm gonna check right now on PC too, but we're not have time for that. But so yeah, that's all I wanted to show is. Yeah, make sure you check which one it's cheaper on, because I could buy the gems on Xbox, then go play on PlayStation or my phone and still have the gems. There you go. So there's that. Because I have like 522. Mind you, I have like 6 decks, so I spent quite a couple gems. But yeah, that's a little strap for you guys for cross saves. Like, yeah, no. So honestly, somebody like PSN, I guess, charges more. PC usually charges less, usually. And Switch, who knows? Because, you know, who the fuck is honestly out here playing on Switch like that? I mean, it's a good thing. Like, Switch is nice to have mobile, right? But,
I mean, I used to be on Switch a lot until they update the game, and I don't know why. You would think I'll probably still be on Animal Crossing since they updated the game, but I did not.
So yeah, that's just a random thing I really wanted to add. That's interesting to find out that they charge an extra $2. It's like, it might not be a big deal, like, but some of us is poor. $2 is like a life saving, man. You know?
Yes, sir.
But yeah, that's an interesting thing.
Alright, everyone. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow the Greatest Gamer, because he is literally the Greatest Gamer, and he's always active. Every day he is live at the noon, and then like at night, and then midnight. So it's like 3 times out of the day. 3 times out of the day. There's no way you could miss this guy. Unless you work at a 10-hour job like me, I definitely miss all of that. But I try my best. And there's a YouTube channel too, so you could always see his highlights. And thank you.
Boy, pull over, stop. If you fuck around, up shots and probably won't stop. This the life I live, pay the price you probably would not. I'm a hot boy, pop a bitch at Modelo time. We just about to drink, you don't need to bring out the wine. Hola mama, see the look at you, yeah, you so fine. I'm a rowdy rough boy, look at Blossom from behind. She couldn't close her mouth cause Godzilla just hit her spine. Face down, ass up, how we wine and dine. She say I can't tell nobody, gotta tell the guys. We been doing dirt together, gotta jump and ride.